No one has to tell Joe Biden what's in the Constitution. He was in the room when it was written. I'm sure The Rock is a good guy and a bright guy. And that is not enough. Not enough. And frankly, the fact that he thinks he can step into the single hardest job in the world with no preparation tells me one thing for sure about his judgment. It's
really strange to watch celebrities like The Rock genuinely consider running for president. Don't do that again, please. We're talking about the most powerful position in the world here, yet this man is certainly well known for being charming and muscular in movies.
Sure, Caitlyn Jenner is a nice person, but as California governor, she would be in charge of the world's 5th largest economy, based on her qualifications of being a background character in a reality show not about her. Randy Quaid, who you will remember as Cousin Eddie in the Vacation movies and as Guy rooting through your recycling bin in real life, also says he might want to run our state. When did governing become the safety school for when the guest spots on Chicago Fire drop?
Bill Maher is also not holding back.
Someone must explain why celebrities running for high office is a recurring nightmare we cannot seem to shake. The Rock, Caitlyn Jenner, Matthew McConaughey, Randy Quaid, they all have suggested lately that when it comes to running the country, they have what it takes. And they do. Malignant narcissism.
With his signature comedy, he challenges the bizarre Hollywood idea that being an actor qualifies one to govern a nation.
We treat government like the lowest rung of celebrity. Rock stars, movie stars, TV stars, Dancing with the Stars, magicians, congressmen. Governing is a difficult, nuanced job with people's lives and livelihoods at stake. Perhaps you've noticed that things in America have been a little different these last 5 months. That's because there are people back in charge who spent their formative years not on a soundstage, but studying the stuff you need to know to be effective on the world.
But acquiring the knowledge necessary to thrive in the global marketplace. He gets right to the heart of the madness with humor and a good dose of reality check. If you want to read more absurd opinions like these and remain up to date on Bill's thinking, make sure to subscribe.
Matthew McConaughey is, I'm sure, also a lovely person, but when he says he's considering a run for governor in Texas, I must say that is not all right. And I'm not saying that he and all these candidates haven't led lifetimes of glorious achievement. The Rock proved once and for all that weightlifters can drive. Matthew introduced Lincolns to stoners, and Caitlyn married the woman who married the guy who defended OJ. And it's not that they are actors, it's that they're not professionals in this other field.
Let's now investigate what makes a celebrity eligible to hold public office. We seem to be living in a strange era where being well known, possibly with over 1 million Instagram followers, makes someone think they may be the country's leader. They appear to have been living in a Hollywood bubble where praise is given automatically and every crisis has a director's cut. Bill Maher distills it down to the essentials, highlighting that The Rock's ability to earn millions at the box office does not mean that he is equipped to handle national tragedies.
No one has to tell Joe Biden what's in the Constitution. He was in the room when it was written. I'm sure The Rock is a good guy and a bright guy. And that is not enough. Not enough. And frankly, the fact that he thinks he can step into the single hardest job in the world with no preparation tells me one thing for sure about his judgment.
You can't just shout cut when reality gets messy because politics isn't a movie set. Real government is unpredictable, unscripted, and often chaotic. Films, on the other hand, run on flawless plots and perfectly timed scenes. Bill Maher highlights this contrast in his usual straightforward way. Sure, it feels great to be adored by a movie crowd, the actor admits. But running a country isn't about fame or glamour, even if it sometimes looks like a tidal wave of applause. It's not about memorizing lines, it's about making choices that shape millions of lives, and no amount of makeup can conceal a bad policy. Think about that for a moment. Maher doesn't just toss out jokes for laughs, he tears apart the strange notion that talent and popularity equal leadership. To prove his point, he calls out the absurd trend of elevating celebrities like Caitlyn Jenner, Matthew McConaughey, and Randy Quaid, as if fame alone could translate into political wisdom.
You need more proof? Kanye West thought he could do it. The Rock says he might be the right man for the job because he believes he can unite the country. You can't. Why? Because the blue states and red states both like your stupid movies? Let me put it bluntly to you and all these would-be showbiz candidates. You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, and doggone it, it completely doesn't matter that people...
Caitlyn Jenner's leap from reality TV fame to a campaign for governor of California, the world's fifth largest economy, was astonishing, but Bill Maher rightly notes that her main qualification was playing a supporting role on her family's show. If handling the chaos of scripted television was difficult, how could she possibly manage the complexities of a state as diverse as California? Maher extends this point to Matthew McConaughey, whose interest in becoming Texas governor seemed more like a passing whim. After all, charisma may work wonders on set, but running a state demands far more than charm and catchphrases. He even mentions Randy Quaid, who went from portraying Cousin Eddie to eyeing a governorship, a move that's both amusing and oddly tragic, a reflection of how some actors chase political relevance when Hollywood's spotlight fades. Maher's critique cuts deep. It's not just humor, but a pointed reminder that when celebrity and politics start to blur, genuine leadership and accountability become the real casualties.
They like you now because you're an entertainer and thus largely uncontroversial. Governing is the opposite. If you think you can unite the country, you're delusional. A space alien attack couldn't unite this country. The aliens would say, take us to your leader, and 70% of Republicans would drive them tomorrow.
Riley argues that if a famous politician believes they can handle international affairs with nothing more than a charming smile, reality will deliver a harsh lesson, because leaders like Putin couldn't care less about someone's movie resume. So why do we as a society allow this illusion to thrive? Bill Maher suggests it's because we've spent too long equating entertainment with competence, mistaking charisma for genuine ability. The danger, he warns, is that life has no retakes. There's no cut when real-world decisions go wrong. To make his point, Maher often quizzes celebrity hopefuls with simple civics questions that experienced politicians should answer in their sleep. If you can quote film lines flawlessly but can't name current world leaders, perhaps politics isn't your stage. Governing isn't about applause or fanfare. It's about managing budgets, navigating diplomacy, and exercising careful judgment. A governor's job isn't an Oscar role. It's a high-stakes responsibility where every decision affects lives. Maher draws a sharp line between Hollywood's polished storytelling and the brutal unpredictability of politics. Directors can reshoot a bad scene, but a policy mistake can harm millions. His criticism doesn't stop at celebrities. He even mocks veteran politicians who struggle with the basics, questioning whether talent without preparation has any real place in leadership. So, if anyone thinks The Rock or any star could charm their way into the presidency, they're missing the bigger picture. Leadership requires more than shared movie favorites or catchy one-liners. It's about hard choices, accountability, and vision. Maher's commentary goes beyond satire. It challenges us to rethink what true leadership means and whether voters can look past fame to recognize real substance. What do you think? Can celebrities genuinely bring something valuable to politics? Or should their performances stay on the screen? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear them.